Well, thank you for joining us for our next quilting tutorial. We are going to be making our the Midas touch pattern we designed. This is a collection from Benartex called Rejoice that the camera cannot do it justice. It is absolutely stunning. It is gold metallic with cream. There's this little soft blue in here. This really beautiful detailed paisley. And when I saw the line, I wanted to do something very elegant, had a lot of motion, and really showcased the gold fabrics, especially this beautiful tile pattern that they did. So I went ahead and designed the Midas touch, which I will show you here up close. Let's see how close we can get. This is a pattern on our website. It looks like there is a ton of applique. There is a lot of applique, but the way we're going to put these together, it's all in the order of operation to create this beautiful flower block. And then we just mimic the flower block out in the border. So we're going to go over how to do fusible applique, how to cut these, trace and cut these traditional way. We're going to talk about how to center this border design and how to, nope, they're not mitered, so we don't have to do a miter. But the whole tutorial will go through the whole project and we will cover all of those things. And I'm just going to flip through here one more time so you can just see how pretty this is. Again, this is Rejoice from Benartex. It should be out in stores summer of 2020. There's the beautiful paisley and gold, the tile print tonal black with gold, the black and blue, this little gray blue that this is from Greta Lynn, the designer. It just really sets the whole thing off. I really love how she added that. This white speckle that would be great for any kind of background. The black. And then in here, you'll see she picked up the blue gray. She picked up the gold. She's got the cream and the black. This piece just pulls the whole line together. And this is called Medallion Magic. That's the name of this print. If you're looking for this online, again, it's Rejoice from Benartex. And we are going to get the cutting and the assembly started. And I hope you enjoy the video. All right, so first step in the Midas touch pattern is we have to trace all of the templates onto Fusible web. So I like to use a Sharpie ultrafine point marker because the line on this marker is the same thickness as your scissor blade. So if you draw with it, you can cut right on the line. You don't have a fat line like this, where it's thicker than your scissors and you can get uneven cuts because you cut on one side or the other. So the Sharpie Ultrafine is my pen of choice. And you would just take your Fusible web, following the manufacturer's instructions, just lay it over the templates, trace it, and write the numbers. This is template 1, fabric A. So you would just go through and trace all of these, iron them onto the wrong side of the fabric and cut them out, which I'll show you here in just a second. And once you have all your pieces cut, then we can start assembling the blocks. So let me go get this pressed and then I'll show you how to cut. All right, so I have cut these out outside the drawn line and now I'm going to cut them out on the drawn line. And that is how you do traditional fusible applique. So when I cut with the piece down into the body of the scissors, not out here at the tip, because you can control it better. And I actually move the fabric, not the scissors. You'll notice my hand and my scissors stay in the same position, and I manipulate the fabric around the scissor blades. That'll give you a much more accurate cut. So again, body of the scissors. Just a quickie tip on cutting. All right, so now I've got all the applique pieces cut. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of the quilt. Alright, so this one is a very elaborate fabric, and I want a fussy cut. The pattern is shown on the pattern cover. I'm cutting it length of fabric so we don't have any ugly seams, and it looks like we want to center on the black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 across. I need 4. They measure 4.5. So how I do this, I have it single layered. First we're going to see how much is 4.5. 4.5, if you take 2 1/4, put the 2 1/4 line right on here. And then we can see, so 2 1/4 is on the center. So I am going to be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4 right across. We don't have to skip a row, which is good because I only have 6. So what I do is I start here, align the 2 1/4 on the center of all of the medallions. 1, 2, 3. And I cut this side. I flip this out of my way. I move to the next one. That way I only have to pull the fabric towards me one time. 1, 2, 3. Cut. One, 2, 3. Cut. Got one more. All right, so that's 4 of those. Then we pull the whole thing towards us. And we're just going to keep working our way down the strip until we get 4 borders out. And then we can cut them the length we need. I don't usually do that till I put it on the quilt. So again, start here, flip this guy out so I can see where I cut last. Okay, and then I can trim the other side to get my 4.5. So we're just basically getting them separated, and then we can square up the other side. Okay, then we turn it around and we line it up and cut a 4.5-inch strip, and everything should be centered. And yay, it's centered. And there we go. One border, all centered. You see by cutting it apart like that and then flipping them, it goes much faster. So all of these are cut for the Midas touch. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, make sure you like and subscribe below. You can find the Whimsical Workshop on our website, thewhimsicalworkshop.com, and that has all links to all of our other social media platforms. Thanks for joining us.